Just to go.
Oh, there we go.
And we're live.
Oh my goodness. We're doing it again, Nita.
Why?
I don't know. We're glutons. We're glutons for punishment.
Oh, good morning, everyone.
Oh my goodness.
All right, hold me try that again. Good morning, everyone.
You had to tease me this early in the morning? Really?
It was an accident. It was a complete accident. I'm sorry. It is Friday, right? Friday. You know what that means?
No. What does it mean?
Not a fucking thing.
Okay, it's just Friday.
It's Friday, February 17th, 2023.
And it is the end of the Peacekeepers campaign. We have 43 minutes to go, you slobs. Get to it. So, you ready for this?
I guess so.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
God, I'm so fucking slow.
What happened?
I'm not done with these bumps.
It's Monty Moore. I'm a 30-year comics veteran in comics, games, and movies, and you've been watching one of my absolute favorite podcasts, Catch the Craze.
You are watching Catch the Craze.
What am I listening to?
And you're listening to Catch the Craze.
Where are all the indies at?
A Catch the Craze podcast.
What are you watching?
I'm watching Catch the Craze.
What are you going to do?
Subscribe now to Catch the Craze, the #1 show online for independent.
Have you subscribed to?
You are an independent. Catch the Craze! Making moves on your own. Catch the Craze! On your grind in the streets. Catch the Craze! Join the movement. Catch the Craze!
What the fuck?
Hit it. Just hit it again. Just hit it.
I got some premature problems going on here.
Well, you know,
it's freaking crazy. It's crazy. I don't even know what
There we go. Well, you're still setting your stuff back up after tearing it apart because of Chad. Thanks,
it is
Chad.
Chad needs to get his ass in the StreamYard with me and take me to Stream Deck school.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I need help. I need lessons.
Because it's just it's just crazy how what looks like should be something plug and play is kind of plug and wrestle.
Well, it is for a lot of things, but here's the catch. It's for a lot of things that I don't want it for. The stuff I want it for, it's a little bit more complex.
Right.
You're gonna have to, bro, because if I don't get MP4s at the touch of my finger, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Try.
So right now it's like I'm having to do the click, and I've got the bad mouse, so it'll click, but it won't feel like it clicked.
Right.
And so that was the hesitancy with the videos.
So you didn't know you had, but and also you said you found out that you had touchscreen this entire time.
Yeah. That was another thing. That was kind of cool. That was like a bonus
just
there.
All the technology revealing its secrets to you. It's like, hey. Oh my goodness. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Nita.
Good morning, Daphne.
Yeah. So today is today's Friday. Right? Today's another Friday.
It is.
I gotta get my Post-its out.
Yeah, we did. We established it.
Yeah. It's like, look, you would think that I would outgrow the need for these stupid Post-its in front of me, but it's like, no. It's just like all my cue cards. I must have been saying these things hundreds of times already, and everything just refuses to commit to memory. That's it. I'm going to forever need Post-its just to remind me that it's Friday. Oh, so who's joining us in the chat today on this?
Let's see. We got Ephraim, Friday. We got Mike Jimmy, we got Mark V, and of course Chad.
Chad.
And Chad. Hey, but one cool thing is I don't even know if you could see this. Oh, fuck. I can't even pull it up high enough. Let's see. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Up. Cute, right?
Yeah, it's very nice. I mean, it's like, I was thinking of getting one of those too, because
that's all it's good for right now.
To look nice. And yes, I see you, the 6 people next to the giant eyeball on my screen watching us from regions beyond. Yes, and just to remind everybody, if you are watching us from Facebook, if you're watching us from Twitter, come on over to YouTube. Join the sexy people in the chat. Facebook, has been acting up, and and it's like, you see, that's the thing though. I don't recommend OBS for Nita. It's a little bit complicated, and honestly, OBS is kind of tricky because you think your computer can handle it when it doesn't, and I don't know why that happens. I thought it was like a really basic program, but I don't recommend it for Nita, for the system that she has
CPU
right now.
Goes insane.
Yes,
for whatever reason, and I have a good system.
Right,
this is not a fucking Dollar Tree fucking computer.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, a Dollar Tree computer. What would that look like?
It's not even I don't even think that,
like a speak and spell.
For fuck's sake, Daphne.
Oh
God.
Oh my goodness. So where were we? Oh yeah.
Introduce yourself.
Exactly. So hello everybody. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. And I have been self-publishing comics since 1992. And you know what that means.
Welcome to another edition of Thunderdome.
And I am known for the furry fantasy adventure Tall Tales, especially Tall Tales the Peacekeepers, which is in its final half hour-ish on 36 minutes exactly. On Kickstarter right now. It's like, just thank you so far to the 109 people who have supported this campaign so far, making Tall Tales the Peacekeepers the I guess like the highest Tall Tales campaign we have ever run on Kickstarter. So thank you so much for that. I was not expecting this from my little Dark Horse comic right here, but you guys made it happen, and we have 35 minutes left to see, can we make, I don't know, it's like, could we squeak it to 4,500 in 35 minutes? I have no idea.
It would be awesome.
It would be awesome, but you know what? We'll take what we can get. And I am also known for my medieval fantasy soap opera drama, Eagle Raven Air the First Unicorn, which returns to Kickstarter in a couple of months with issue 6. Talk about, wow, it's like, yes, issue 6 already. It was like I was printing issue 1 like a month ago, but no, we are at issue 6 already. So keep an eye out for that. And in the meantime, you can read both my comics online at Tall Tales, TAILS online.com, and eagleworks.com, EGOWORKS. ORKS. And you can check out all my videos on how I make my comics here on YouTube at my channel at Daphne Lage, Lager, which also simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network and the Indie Comics Network After Dark. So make sure you come on over to YouTube, smash all those buttons, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down, because the algorithm doesn't care. Hit the notification bell so that you get notified whenever any of our shows go live. And to tell you more about it, here's Nita, still trying to figure out where all her stuff is.
Yeah, so my name is Nita Lanning, and I'm here. And yeah,
barely getting all distracted by the technologies.
It's got me.
Right.
It's got me.
I mean, it's like, look, nothing. Like I said, it's like I have nothing against Stream Deck. Actually, it's like I said, I've actually thought about getting a Stream Deck for my own technological nightmare that I have here of wires and and whatnot. But it's like, it's just, look, it's it's a lot. It's a lot to try to have the latest of everything for all this.
It is. It's fucking insane.
And especially since sometimes it just feels like if like the second you touch something, like you have everything set up the way you want it, and then the second you just unplug one thing, everything goes down. So that's why I don't really like touching anything. So as helpful as a Stream Deck would be for me, I would just be like, oh, I don't want to touch anything. So,
right.
But I think the most exciting thing that I'm trying to figure out, is seeing how I can fit like a second monitor on my other desk over here instead of, so it's like if I ever wanted to use, I'm switching everything around again. So if I ever wanted to use this table instead of this table, I'll have a monitor here so that I can still see what's going on, or whatnot. And then while I'm not using that, I could just use it as an extension. And it's like, it's this technology stuff. It sucks. It sucks.
Well, I'm about to test my theory real quick.
Oh no. What are we testing?
Yeah. What?
What?
Bitches?
Oh, there we go. Oh, so
I just turned a $1,500 laptop into my Stream Deck.
Oh, there you go. Well, you know what? In the meantime, it's like, look, I'm sure that once you figure out the Stream Deck,
it'll be a lot better.
It'll be a lot better. But right now, because it's like, look, there's always that period of where it just feels like we have to cage match our shit to get it right, to get it working.
It's freaking insane. It's been driving me nuts. Like, it really has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, speaking of driving us nuts, at least for those of you who have been trying to catch up with John Celestri's animation stream over at Indie Comics After Dark, we might have figured out the issue. Yeah, we might have figured out the issue with his streaming. I know that the quality of his first 2 episodes are not very good. And last night, talk about cage match fighting,
Oh my God, we were troubleshooting all kinds of ways.
I think we kind of finally figured it out. It might be a resolution conflict between his 2 cameras. So once we had him, and I heard that Chad was having the same problem. So what we did was that we had him bring in his face camera at 720 DPI as 720, and then his animation camera at 1080, and that seemed to solve the problem. So
it seems like a lot of systems aren't able to fucking pull 2 full HD cameras.
Right. Yeah. So hopefully when's the next episode for Devil in the Details?
Tuesdays.
So Tuesday. So hopefully the next time you see John on his show, you will actually be able to see the beauty of his work in all its celestial glory. Because really, I mean, it's like while we were trying to troubleshoot, John was animating as we were working, trying to figure out what was going.
And it looks so cool.
And yeah, it really is. And it's just like it's just like I'm probably I guess once I see what money I have left over, yeah, that's probably what was going on. So once I see what money I have left over after fulfilling Peacekeepers, I'm gonna buy like a small animation kit and just start doing it like just hand sketching some stuff and see what happens. Because look, he's a master. Masters are supposed to make it look easy, but conceptually it looked easy. like I was overthinking animation, how to do hand-drawn animation. And sometimes you just need to do. I mean, Mike Jimmy would know, right? It's like, Mike Jimmy would know about, what, fuck it, let's just do it and see what happens. So that's exactly, if I was this inspired by John Celestri with his, with the bad resolution before we figured it out, guess how beautiful it's going to be when you can see him in full resolution. Exactly. You learn to swim by not drowning. Oh my goodness. And speaking of learning to swim by not drowning, as the title of the show, today's vlog, is that we are at the last 28 minutes of Tall Tales the Peacekeepers. I'm just going to bring it up really quickly on the screen. Like I said, thank you so much. 109 people who supported this campaign. $4,342. I mean, really, I am just so completely chuffed at this. I mean, my poor little Dark Horse, not printed by Dark Horse, that would have been
right.
No, my poor little Dark Horse comic. I wasn't expecting much for Peacekeepers. It is, it's like, because it's a whole separate series and the main, like the main characters, like Ravenwood and Pandora and Gabriel that, we all know and love, they're not in this story. So I was afraid that it wasn't going to get any real traction because of that. But you guys proved me wrong. And I can't thank you enough for this. Because even, Jose, JD, he said that this was his favorite story to work on. So, so we're both very happy with how it performed pretty equally. Like I said, equally and surpassing how Tall Tales Thieves Quest Volume 4 did on its previous campaign. So like I said, this is the... I guess like the highest funding Tall Tales book that we've put out so far on Kickstarter, and we couldn't be happier. And we are looking forward to bring more Tall Tales to you in the very near future. We have a couple of more Tall Tales campaigns coming right up. So we have 26 minutes to go. And for those of you who are just joining us, if you pledge to a physical tier on this campaign, we will be putting all the backers on the wheel today, and I will be giving away 2 very special items for anybody who's pledged to a physical tier. But if you pledge to a digital tier, I'm not leaving you out this time around. Thank you, John. So I have something for you as well, for everybody who pledged to a PDF. Oh, which, by the way, a lot of people pledged to the PDF version of the book. Thank you so much. In the end, a sale is a sale. We love you all. So like I said, I learned from my last campaign that there's no reason why we all can't celebrate together in this raffle. So I do have something special for everybody who pledged to a PDF level, and I have the 2 items. So I have 25 minutes to go. So thank you so much. So I'm just going to pull that back, So yeah, I mean, I don't know what else more to say about Peacekeepers, but like I said, I wasn't expecting it to do the way that it did. And I think it just goes to show you that when you're doing all this posting, all this, it's like trying to spread the word and the retweeting and this, and sometimes it feels like it's not doing anything, until it does. That's kind of how it works, right? It's like you turn around, you think nothing's happening, and then you turn around, and before you know it, it's like, holy crap, it's like it's all coming together,
Right.
Which really just, I mean, this really is doing crowdfunding in general. It really is an exercise in perseverance.
Right.
It's like there is, we always say there is no secret sauce. There is no shortcut. There is no, gimmicking your way, it's like you really, in the end, it's like you have to put in the actual work, and it all boils down to having a product people want. Now, of course, I always cringe whenever I call any of my books content or a product or this, that, and the other thing. But there is a context to it, it's
marketing.
Like, yeah, in marketing, that's the context. So because in the end, it's like no matter what we're selling, you still have to be putting out something people want, whether it's a better mousetrap or a comic that people actually want to read. And this is the thing too, as we do each campaign and we see more and more people, coming into the fold, it's like that. It's like we're learning, we're really getting that firsthand proof, evidence that not only are people buying our books, but they're reading them and coming back, and they're saying with their dollars they want more of this, and that's, and you know what, and in the end, that's what it is. It's like, okay, so we're not making 5 figures on the campaigns yet, but it's a slow climb. I mean, but the thing is, though, is that we are seeing that slow growth. And in the end, the slow growth is what it has more longevity than if you're just a flash in the pan. You make a couple of 5-figure campaigns for a couple of times,
or use a gimmick or drama to get backers or whatever.
Right. Yeah. And then it's like, and then it's like it just keeps going like this, and there's no real stability in what you're doing. So so for all of you who are out there who are still kind of like, this is such a drag. I mean, honestly, yeah, it is. It's a drag. It's a drag to have to be posting, every day. It's a drag to have to be, like actually interacting with your community so that they actually like, they actually go, hey, I like you, so let me see what you have.
It's not the interacting with the community that's the drag. It's the figuring out the fucking algorithm.
Oh, well, that's true.
To the community.
Yeah, you know, like that is true. That is true. It's like, like with Facebook, you post, and the idea, logically, you think you're talking to your community, but what you really are doing is talking to an algorithm and trying to convince the algorithm that
let you speak to your community.
Are worth spreading to your community. That's true. That's true. That's the real drag. Because look, talking to all of you is not a drag. Okay. No. Doing these shows, although sometimes I wake up and goes, fuck, I have to do a show today. But you know what? It's like we get over it, and then I talk to everybody. I remember why I like you all, and then we have a good time. I mean, it's like, it's having to beat through the algorithm to get access to everybody. That's the drag. not actually talking to. It's kind of like going to a convention, having to haul all your shit to a convention center. That's the drag. Just you,
Yes.
Chad. Just you.
Just you.
Trying to seduce me with your dill goodness.
Yeah, that's another thing. Always try to remember you're talking to your people in the future.
Yeah, I mean that is kind of a funny way to think about it, but like I said, it's like, look, packing up your shit and dragging it to a convention, that's a drag, literally and figuratively. Setting up your table, that's a drag. But once the convention starts and you're in the middle of it, then it's like, oh snap, I'm talking to people, I'm interacting, and this, that, and the other thing, and people buying, it's like, also it depends on the quality of the conventions you're at, but it's like, it's like anything, your mileage may vary, right?
Right.
But that's the thing. It's like, we have to do the responsibilities to reap the rewards of it. And like I said, there's no shortcuts, there's no gimmicks, there's no, oh, if I just hyper business or whatever, it's like, it's all a combination of everything. But in the end, you have to have you have to have something that somebody wants.
Right.
And hopefully you have the personality that encourages them to buy it from you. But that's also can be a give or take too, because hey, that's so for those of you who are joining us for the first time, I am talking about my campaign for Tall Tales the Peacekeepers, which I have a printed proof right here, right now in my possession. As you can see, it's a black and white one-shot trade paperback. It's an entire story in one volume. Yeah. Nita got her preview copy too. It's an entire one shot. It's a self-contained story. So if you're just picking this up, this is it. But if you want to find out, what else is going on in Tales mythos, you can pick up all of the trade paperbacks from Thieves Quest from 1 through 4. And if you really want to add to that shipping poundage, you can add Eagle Raven Air the First Unicorn to it as well. And you can collect all of my trade paperbacks all in one shot, all in one campaign, so that you too can work out with all my beautiful trade paperbacks in one shot, all in one campaign. So it's not like it's just the one book. So I want to make sure that everybody, has a chance to read the entire story, all my stories that me, JD, worked so hard on. So you're not missing out anything. You're not on anything on this campaign. So that's what we have available there right now. We have 16 minutes left to go on the campaign, and like I said, if you pledge to a physical level, you will be added. You will actually, you know what? Let me show this. So one of the things that really got everyone excited on the campaign, which surprised me as well, was the original issues of Tall Tales as it was put out in 1992. What you're seeing right here is a special gold foil edition of Tall Tales Thieves Quest. We didn't even call it Thieves Quest at the time. It was just Tall Tales. That's it. This was released in this particular issue was released in 1994. So with the gold foil on it, or at least that's what the original certificate of authenticity says. So we had gotten several complete sets. It was issue 1, issue 2, and an ash can, and those sold out really quickly. I didn't think anybody wanted these old ass books, but it seems like you really, really enjoyed the idea of having these original issue comics in your collection. So I happen to have 2 left of just issue 2 in these gold editions with the certificate of authenticity. So if you pledge to a physical level on the campaign, you might win. You will be able to win. You'll be qualified to win one of these two very rare comics. Like I said, these date back to 92, 94. So it's like they're long gone. We barely have copies for ourselves. We actually were able to get these copies from a distributor who I guess decided he didn't want to be in distribution anymore. And he still had these lying around. So we got them back and we were able to pass them on to you guys. And I was just really, really surprised as to, how well these were received. The original set, I think it sold out in like in a couple of hours. I was very surprised. And last I checked, we still have, I think, like 2 left of the issue 2 that comes with the original ash can of issue 2. This is kind of like an issue 2 set. And then these are the last 2 individual gold foils that we have. Now, for those of you who pledged to a digital level, like I said, I learned my lesson and I am not going to leave you guys out. So if your number comes up and you pledge to the digital level, what I'm going to send you is a PDF of the next Tall Tales campaign, but in its original issue. So you will be getting a PDF of Tall Tales, or so I thought, which is a one-shot featuring the origin story of our favorite panda warrior bard, Gabrielle. And yes, this is it's original issue, black and white, with all the original lettering, everything. This is exactly how it was printed when we first put it out. You will be getting a PDF of this issue. Why? Because the campaign for this book in its remastered format is going to be completely different. We are relettering it. I'm remastering the cover, and it will be in full color. So it'll be our first Tall Tales book in full color. So that's the next Tall Tales campaign coming up later this year. But today only, if you come up as a digital level on my raffle, you will be receiving this PDF of the original edition, which will not be released again in this format. We are not. So whatever you get, if you get this PDF, you'll be able to use this to compare it to the new edition when it comes out. We are completely phasing out this edition of this book. So it's a little special PDF. I thought it would be interesting for everybody who likes to do comparisons, because boy, are you going to be able to do comparisons with this one, So you want to see the old version and how it's changed, over the years. You're going to be able to make those comparisons. So right now we have 11 minutes left to go. So, right. Hey, look, there's more coming up. So that's kind of, what's going on with Tall Tales right now. I figure I still keep it Tall Tales related, even though it's, so, everybody has a good time. Also, speaking of always trying to figure out how to market differently and this, that, and the other thing, right? So this time around at the very end, for the last couple of days, I might have been annoying the fuck out of everybody on my Facebook and maybe my Instagram, because I decided to start experimenting with doing like Facebook stories and Facebook reels. And I don't know, I think I might be having fun with those. So it was one thing. Now, the thing is, though, I cannot show any of these on the screen because of copyrighted music. So you're just going to have to go over to my Facebook and click on my Facebook icon, or you can actually see the ones that I've put in my feed already. So I'm sure everybody knows, everyone, probably all of you guys have been doing this shit, and I'm just late on the bandwagon. It's like, it's like they're really short videos with some little special effects or whatnot. They're 30 seconds long, and and it's like, and it's just, what I've been finding is that those little clips are reaching different people than if I had just posted something on my feed. So once I saw that happen, because at first I was just messing around, but once I started seeing who was finding my reels, my stories, and clicking on them and liking them, I was realizing this is reaching a different audience.
You know why?
Why?
Because you've seen it yourself. And anybody that's ever watched an episode of Gumball knows the Elmore Plus episode. You get locked into reels. It's not a play on reels as in, it's a play on reels as in reeling in fucking fish. Because when you get locked into that shit, you can pass 3 fucking hours in 30-second videos and not even realize it.
That's true. That's true. Because I've almost got, because like, click, if you click on one and then it just automatically starts scrolling through all of the videos that are in, I guess from everybody who I subscribe to, so in the end, it's like I was telling Nita, it's like, it's like, is this, I think this might be the next thing that I start doing on a regular basis. Although here's the thing though, I don't want it to turn into something that distracts, that takes time away from me. Right. This is the thing. I just want this, like maybe like once or in a couple of days or twice in a couple of days, depending on what I have going on. And when was the last time I posted up a reel? I'll just put something together really quick about like, I don't know, 10 minutes of fussing, post it, and then call it a day. Although, there was, we're still having, because I did ask Nita, it's like, oh, do you think doing the TikTok is worth it? I mean, because it's like, if the videos are this quick to make, technically, right? It's like, but the thing is though, with TikTok though, I guess they require you to make so many of them. It's very easy to get buried, I guess. So, all right. So yeah, so I'm not going to be doing
some of the comic people I've noticed have done really, really well. As far as the network itself, it didn't really do that great. So I was just like, man, and I didn't really give it much time either, but I mean, I'm tied up in so much already. I'm one person. But some people I've seen have pretty good freaking success with it. Like Elston Christopher, the guy that does Rabbit's Badass Song. Like he's doing really good on TikTok, and a few of the other guys too. And then I've seen other people get over there and have the same luck I did.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's in the end, it's like your mileage may vary. And this is the thing too. It's like, was me putting up these videos in the last couple of days, did they do something, were they all part of, getting Tall Tales the Peacekeepers to where it's at now? I don't know. All I know is that all I know for a fact is that different people are seeing those videos than if they were seeing my posts. So, that might be something to that may be worth putting effort into, or at least as minimal effort as I can, because it's like, what, it's like, I'm not going to be a slave to social media, but what, like I said, the videos, the videos that I've been putting up so far, I've actually been having fun with them. It's like I kind of like, picking the song and typing out, little quippy things. And, I think there was one Peacekeepers ad where it has the little Quiznos monkey thing, and it's like, it just makes me laugh just looking at it. So when I saw it as an option, I go, oh, I'm putting this little, it's like it has nothing to do with nothing, but it's like, no, I want the little Quiznos thing to advertise,
and you're the adult,
then to advertise my Peacekeepers campaign. So so it was just like really funny stuff. And So yeah, so I don't know. It's just one more thing that it's like
yeah, I know. It's a lot of time.
Right. I mean, yeah, especially if you're going to do something as in, I think with TikTok, it's just that you need to do so much of it, or else you get buried very, very quickly. So I don't know. Like I said, I'll if I feel like it, let me play around with how it works on Facebook and Instagram. At least this might be a way for me to kind of like wake up my Instagram a bit, because Instagram is one. I mean, Instagram is really like my weakest social media link right now, and I don't want to abandon it, but at least maybe this way it might be a way to kind of like, I don't know, wake up the audience there, and I don't know. So, like I said, it doesn't take me that much time to do, so we'll see if we'll see how that goes. So we have 4 minutes. Also, for those of you still looking for a couple of things about marketing, I just want to show you this. If you were watching my reels, you would have seen this already, but I want to show it to you in right here. So here we were talking about doing videos as the digital, like that's kind of like, oh, this is like kind of like the updated, it's like, but if you want to do something a little bit more analog, something that'll look pretty funky at when you take it to a convention, what I was experimenting with, and like I said, if you saw the video, if you saw my stories, you kind of know what this is. So I'm experimenting with the idea of a little mini zine. Right. So what this literally is a folded 8.5 by 11 sheet that I set up that opens up like a little book. And all it is just kind of like a summary of what Eagle Raven is with a couple of pictures. Right. And, just giving everybody, just like I said, kind of like the rundown and an idea as to what the book is about. That on the back, I put like a QR code so that people can just scan it on their phones and it takes them directly to the website. So, and then what I decided to take it up, kind of like take it up a step further. So when you unfold it, you get a little mini poster on the back. Really cool. So I mean, it's very, very old school.
It's cute,
but it is cute. Like it's only like a double-sided 8.5 by 11 paper, and then of course you have to cut a hole in it so you get the extra pages. So then it's like you just fold it like this, and then there you have your little book. So this is the type of thing that I think would work like really well at conventions. I mean, it's like just a little cute advertising. You have it on your table, and it's like if anybody asks, oh, do you have any? And it's like, oh, it's like, I don't know anything about this book. What do you have? And it's like, well, how about you have a little mini zine? And it has all my information on it. And you can read about what the book is about, check out some of the artwork, and you can go to the website right there. So I was having a lot of fun with this as well. So yeah, so if you're going to be going to a convention and you're looking for something that, just a little something different, something a little unusual, something a little like it should. I mean, you could do this in color, you could do this in black and white. Right. Oh yeah, it's like you can do it in color, you can do it in black and white. It's like you can get free QR codes online. There's a website that I use that just gives me free QR codes. So just a little something different, and I thought, the fact that it unfolds into a poster, so at least both sides, are all sides of the paper are getting utilized. I thought it was really cute. So so that was something that I was looking into as well. I mean, I don't know. I really do think this is cute. I'm going to do one for Tall Tales. I'm going to do one for Oswald. And then it's like, the only thing though, is that it takes the effort. You have to fold these, you have to cut these. It's a little effort to kind of put together, but I think that it's low cost, but not low maintenance. But once you get the hang of just folding everything, you just get it done. And, it's just, like I said, it's just a really cute thing to give out at shows. So I thought I'd share that with you all as well. So here we are, 30 seconds away from finishing the Peacekeepers campaign. So, I mean, it's like, look, we're still at 109. It's like, look, you know what? It doesn't matter. We love you all. Thank you so much. We accomplished so much more than we expected on this campaign. You guys surprised me on this. And it's like I couldn't ask for anything more on the Peacekeepers, really. So 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everybody who supported Tall Tales the Peacekeepers campaign. I mean, it's just let's see. Oh, it didn't refresh. Maybe I just have to refresh it. Hold on. And there we go. Usually it refreshes on its own, but I guess, everything's being lazy today. So here we have it. 109 backers pledged $4,342 to Tall Tales, the Peacekeepers Trade, and Thieves Quest Volumes 1 and 4. Thank you so much. We will see you on the next Tall Tales campaign, which, like I said, is Tall Tales Are So I Thought, the first full color Tall Tales comic we will be putting out. So I'm going to be busy in the next couple of months getting that thing finished. So we have it completely flatted. I just have to start shading it. JD has to go over the dialogue again. He has to edit it. And like I said, it's going to be a very different book from what we had, from what we published before. So we're very excited with that as well. And also, I think the worst part about finally ending this campaign is that I don't get to play my trailer anymore for Peacekeepers. However, it's like I'm probably going to upload it to my YouTube for posterity. I just love it so much, and I'm hoping that my next trailers can live up to it. So here we go. Okay, so now that we've reached officially the end of the campaign, you know what that means.
I can delete this folder.
Right. It's wheel time. Break the deal, face the wheel. I gotta make that clip, man. Actually, it's more, this is technically the more appropriate.
Welcome to another edition of Thunderdome.
Well, technically, no, because I'm not giving away original artwork this time. So you will not have to Thunderdome Nita for it. So let me see how many people. Let's see. So actually
109.
Right? 109. Yeah, you see, but here's the funny thing though. Even though it says 109, I technically have 112 backers. So I'm going to put in 112, and then whoever just doesn't show up, because I don't want to accidentally leave up the people who pledged at like at 112, but if I just put in 109, they have no chance at all. So I'm going to put in 112 backers, and we're going to see who wins what. And like I said, and if somebody dropped out, their number is not going to come up when I look at the backer report. So we'll just and like I said, so these are going to be for the two. There's going to be two winners for the gold edition original issue Tall Tales from 1992 to 94. And any PDFs that come up, anybody who went for a digital level, you will get a PDF of the Tall Tales Are So I Thought original issue book. So nobody gets left out. Although, considering how many people did pledge to PDFs on this campaign, we might be here for a while. So.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so all right, so I have all my. All right, so let me just have my backer report ready. And okay, so I think I forgot to activate the sound. So let's pretend there's sound to this. And yes, so here we go. We are spinning the wheel. So let's see. So who's going to be our first winner? Is it digital? Is it physical? Who is it? 42. Let's see. Who is 42? Who is 42? Oh, Hermes Anastasio. Let's see. Who is he? And he pledged to a sketch set. So thank you so much. You are actually our first physical backer for the gold number 1, for the gold number 2, issue 2. So we're going to put your number here. So 42. Thank you so much for pledging to the campaign. You are receiving Tall Tales Gold, the original issue of Tall Tales. So I hope you enjoy that. So thank you so much. All right, so we are going to remove 42 from the wheel. Okay, so we have one more of the gold edition. Now, mind you, if we get a second gold edition, that's pretty much the raffle. That's pretty much the raffle. The PDF is for whoever, if anyone comes in between the one physical backer and the next physical backer. So at least I was prepared for both. So this is for, so let's spin the wheel and see, is it going to be a physical backer? Is it going to be a digital backer? Who is it? Spin the wheel. Who is it? 107. Who are you? 107. Who are you? 107. Janora Führer. And you are, they got the Peacekeepers trade paperback, physical level. So here we go. So, yeah, that was fast.
Did not expect that.
No, I wasn't expecting it either. So there we go. So already we've raffled off the second gold edition of Tall Tales, Tall Tales, the original issue on the Peacekeepers campaign. So there you have it. That happened a lot faster.
Than expected.
You know what it is? If I didn't have a PDF, if I didn't have a PDF ready for digital backers, we would have been getting like 57 physical backers in a row. Digital backers in a row. So there we go. Thank you. You know what? Let me see something.
Do one for the PDF folks.
You know what? You're right. Absolutely. So who's going to get? So I will do one more. We're going to see. Okay. So we're going to remove.
And now we're only going to spin physical.
Now we're only going to see. So what? You know what? We'll see. So the next one. Let's see who gets a PDF. Who wins a raffle for the PDF? Let's do that. So here we go.
So
let's at least give away one PDF on this thing. 68.
So close.
Who is 68? They're physical. Let's see. Physical backer. Now we're only going to get physical backers.
No, but that's okay because the PDF can go to anybody.
Well, that's true too. So should I send a PDF to this person? So I will send. Okay, so there we go. So number 68, Alex Silveri, you get, my pen doesn't want to write now. 68. Oh my goodness. 68 PDF. You get a PDF of the next Tall Tales book that will go on that's going to go on Kickstarter later on this year. So there we go. So we gave away one PDF. So there you have it. Oh my goodness, that was fast. I wasn't expecting it to go that.
I know. My thoughts exactly.
I know. Well, hey. So there you have it. What a 3. I think it was 3 weeks. Oh, that was also something that I also did differently on this campaign. I only ran it for 21 days instead of our usual 32. And I really do think that helped the campaign. At least for Tall Tales, I really do think that it helped it. I think that by not, because it was a shorter campaign for me, it doesn't feel like it's dragging on. So I think that I was able to keep my enthusiasm going for the entirety of, because that's also something you have to think about too. It's like, can you, because I mean, I see people run like 60-day campaigns and I'm like, dude, I'm exhausted just looking at the word, just looking at the 60. I mean, it's like, you really have to consider when you're running a campaign, not only what you're offering, but whether you are going to have the stamina. I mean, technically, if you're going to run a campaign, you really should figure out how to have the stamina to really, really push through the entirety of the campaign. But, sometimes by shortening it by a week, that gives you a little bit more mental clarity than if you're like going, oh God, I got one more week left on this. And it's like, and at least this way, I mean, what's funny, look, a campaign is always going to feel like the longest thing you've ever done, no matter how many days. You can run it for a week and it'll be like, this is the longest fucking week I've ever had. But the thing is, I think for me, for this campaign, I think I made the right decision by making it a 3-week campaign for this. Peacekeepers, compared to all my previous campaigns, was a much simpler campaign. Like I said, not only was it 3 weeks, we pretty much kept the offerings to what we had in stock. Pretty much. There were no stretch goals. The only like extras that everyone is going to get is the mystery pack. So it's not like I had to like there wasn't like a lot of superfluous cost on this campaign. And I really do think that really helped with this campaign, considering how little I was expecting from it.
Right.
And yeah, the only thing that I have to do now is count how many books I'm going to have to print and send that out this weekend. I literally have the file in the Mix'em queue right now. And it's like, okay, I just have to do a final count, send it out, and hopefully, like probably the first week of March, we could start getting everything out to everybody. So I mean, so sometimes you really do just have to keep it simple, and and that'll work to the benefit of your mental health and your campaign as well, because there's nothing quite frustrating than watching people start a campaign and watching them lose steam.
Oh, wow.
The first weekend.
Right.
And it's like, look, I understand. I know exactly how you're feeling. This is, even though it's like, it's everything online. It's not like you're running out and literally barking on the street.
Right.
It's like, I understand how mentally exhausting it is, especially if your campaign kind of doesn't go the way you want it to. But here's the thing, though. Once you press launch, you're committed. So you might as well put the best effort you can to promoting your campaign, to doing whatever it takes, tweeting and Facebook posts and doing reels and, sharing links. Whatever you need to do. I mean, you might as well just.
And regardless of how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Put a smile on your face, wave, and post.
Right. No, it's true.
It's
true. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Because you see, that's the thing. I think that an audience, if they see that you're interested in your work, if you're excited about your work, they will get excited about your work. If they see you're being a Debbie Downer, people dropped out. It's like, this isn't working the way I wanted. We're not making as much money. And this, if they see you doing that, why would they want to support you? It's like, well, if you're going to act like that anyway, why do I need that? If you don't have faith in your own work, why should I? So, that's so that's kind of like the most important piece of advice that I can give to anybody doing campaigns, which a lot of us are going to be doing them in the next couple of months, because boy, is it campaign season.
Yeah.
It's just, look, keep that brave face. You worked hard on this book. Look, the ancients, they say it. The only thing you have a right to is your effort, not your results.
Right.
So put the effort in, and it's like, look, look, how you get the results can be completely, it's completely out of your control, but you can control the effort you put into it, the face you put on, the attitudes you have. You can control that. And at least, even if your campaign underperforms or doesn't perform the way you want it to, at least you can say, look, I did the best I could with what I was able to work with. And you know what? Maybe the timing was off. Maybe Venus was in retrograde or whatever. Who's it? Mercury, whoever the fuck is it. All of it. All these planets were in retrograde. Maybe the algorithm choked on me. Maybe this. It's like, you know what? It doesn't matter. All that stuff doesn't matter. Did you put out the best work that you could, and did the best you could to promote it?
Yeah.
Those are the only things you can control. It's like, the results are going to be your results, but you know what? It's like, at the same time, don't take the results personally, but also don't get too cocky either.
Stack the odds in your favor.
Yeah, exactly. Don't let the results taint what you're doing. It's like, you know what? Doing a comic is hard work enough. It's like, don't let something as, the algorithm, ruin your taste for it. It's like, look, you have a story to tell. That's why you're doing this. Get the story out. The road is long. The road is long. You're going to be on it for a while if you want to do comics. I've been on this road since 1992. You do the math. It's like, and I'm still walking this road, so, it's like, look, it's going to take us a while to hit 5 figures. What happens when that happens? I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe we'll never find out.
Disney World.
Yeah, well, we do that anyway. So, but you know what? It's like, look, just persevere. It's about the long, it's about the long road. It's about the work you put into walking it. It's about, it's the rat's tail graph. You don't want a roller coaster. You just want steady and consistent effort and steady and consistent, results from that. Things you can learn from. That's all it is, not everybody can be Brian Pulido, because if it was that easy, we'd all be doing it.
Oh my God.
What happened?
I just had Cartman's voice. What would Brian Pulido do?
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Don't do what Brian Pulido does. He's at a level where he could do whatever the fuck he wants, and he has the audience that'll let him get away with it. That's the thing. It's like, it's like, yes, study success, but don't base everything on that, because you'll end up with survivorship bias, and you don't want that either. That'll sabotage you just as much as, well, Brian Pulido did this, so it'll work for me. No, it won't, because Brian Pulido can get away with stuff. He has
because he's been doing it forever. He's built his people.
Exactly. So, like I said, be patient, work hard, and let's see what happens. It's like, look, we're all in this together. So that's pretty much it for me. You got any last thoughts, Nita?
Bro, the only thing I'm thinking about right now is how I've been fucking with my eyeball the entire stream. There is something in my eye and it's driving me crazy.
Oh no. You have a mote in your eye.
There's something there. There's something there, and it is fucking insane.
Right.
Arting with the Alley Cat has been postponed. Allison is going to be streaming, I think, this coming next week instead. She's going to do Saturday. And she's going to have Ian Chase Nichols come on. He's going to do a draw stream with her.
Oh, that's nice.
So she's going to move around just because of appointments and stuff, whatnot. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Saturday is Sketchy Saturday, and coming up next week.
House of Bob.
Yeah.
House of Bob. We have House of Bob coming up next what is it, 27th? Yes, February 27th. Already.
25th.
Oh, the 25th.
25th.
25th. Okay, there you go. Yes. So there we go. House of Bob, our once a month adults only live stream where we will be joined by the one, the only Jake Twister. And we're just gonna have a good time on that show, talking hentai, most likely talking dirty anime and manga, doing more furry stuff on the screen, not suitable for the day crowd. So make sure you join us next Saturday for House of Bob, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So we'll see you there. So that's is that pretty much it for you?
That's
Nita?
it. Just tune in for our regularly scheduled programming. And
that's true. That's it. So make sure you do all the things, but we'll get into that. So if you want to see more about my artwork and everything. Oh, but before I go, thank you so much to everybody in the chat for keeping it lively, keeping it real. Thank you so much for the 6 people next to my giant eyeball. Thank you so much for getting through this hour with us. Thank you so much to everybody who supported the campaign, and we'll see you on the next one. And because there's always a next one.
Always.
And if you want to learn more about me and my artwork and everything that I do and what campaigns are coming up next, you're going to head on over to my main portfolio site, egoworks.com, EGOWORKS. You can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites, but I mostly post on Facebook, especially if you love reels and stories, and I can annoy you with all my Quiznos clip art and my favorite music on random videos. You'll love it. Trust me. But also, if you're interested in seeing sketches and current work in progress and real-time updates as to what I'm doing. And remember, you can check out all my videos and my semi-weekly art live streams every Wednesday from 4 to 6 p.m. When I feel like doing them. I try to keep it consistent. Here on YouTube at my channel at Daphne Lage, Lage Art, which also simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network. So look, if you're on YouTube, look at all those buttons. Just hit everything.
All of them.
Just hit everything. It's all good. The algorithm gods will be happy. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, give it a little pow and and make the algorithm gods happy. And remember that you can also read Eagle Raven Air the First Unicorn on my website at eagleworks.com with daily uploads of the full color version if you want to try it out before the next campaign goes live in the next couple of months, or you can download a free PDF of the first 16 pages of the first issue, so you can try it out as well. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a furry Lord of the Rings adventure, you can follow the link to Tall Tales, TAILSonline.com, and read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free. And now, not only that, you can read the next story arc, Tears of the Mother, uploading every day right now, so you can read the continuation of that story arc as well, because those issues will be coming up later this year. Like I said, we got Eagle Raven coming, we got more Tall Tales coming, we got everything going on. So make sure you sign up for the newsletter so that you get notified with all our new books and new projects and everything, and when the campaigns go live as well. So there you have it. Thank you so much for joining us on this rather muggy Friday. It's like 60-something degrees in the office already. Like, I had to open up the window or else I'd be sweating already. But thank you so much for joining us. I hope you all have a great weekend. In the words of the ancients, eat your food, moisturize, mind your business, and do the work. Because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake any of your accomplishments.
That's right.
There you go. So we'll see you next time.
And we're going out with a bump and then the outro. So pay attention.
Sexy.
you.